What do you hear? What do you say?
Welcome to Chicago, where the fire serve cold, with the Wolves and the Hawks never shiver in the snow. The Bulls keep it running, the Sox run the South, the Cubs run the North, but the Bears run the house. True Chicago sports fans got their ears to the street. Any team make a move and they never skip a beat. And in this house, this is where we be. Welcome to the show with E-Rock and Big Z.
Welcome to Chicago. Coming from the True Chicago Sports Fan Cave, this is the TCSF podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. Episode 135 is brought to you by 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Grit Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to gritclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirts. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Go and get your official TCSF shirts now. As always, I'm Big Z, and I'm here with Sean Daly.
Oh, what is up, my man? How you doing today?
Man, thanks for filling in for E-Rock. E-Rock, as usual, is doing softball.
Softball, yeah. Is it fast pitch or?
Yeah.
Is it fast pitch? Phew. It's a dangerous sport.
It's a fun sport.
Yeah.
I love coaching it, too. I coached it in high school, my high school girls, and I had a blast with it. So I know why he does it. It's his daughter, and, she's a sports fanatic just like he is. So, it's great. The, daughter-father bonding.
Yeah, I feel like he came to his defense real quick. I'm not hating on that. I think it's awesome. My dad coached my teams when I was younger and shit like that, and I love it. I think it's awesome. That is a great way, the
bond,
the parent-child bonding.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Especially she's 13 now, so she's at that age where she's going to be more independent and wants to hang out with her friends more. It's usually when you want to turn on your parents, you're more defiant.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Good luck to you.
What's up, man? What you been up to? We haven't talked in a couple weeks.
We haven't. I've been out of town.
Where'd you go?
Went to Florida.
Okay.
Did some. I took a shitload of my work stuff with me, and then I worked from there. But then also did fun stuff. Went to the beach. And I don't know if you know this or not. You probably don't. I am a hardcore Speedo guy.
No shit.
Yeah, that's right. You got to flaunt it, man. And somehow at the beach, I only got burned on my inner thighs.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Nowhere else got burned, but it was like, it's probably just because of that milky white skin, almost transparent. But I got burned as shit there. Just did some.
You do have Disney. Some color on your face, though. You do look a little color.
Yeah,
a little darker.
It got shoulders, face got tan.
Yeah,
thighs
burned.
Lobsterville over here.
Did you put some aloe vera on that?
I did not. I just because it's on me, and it's kind of like what's the it's like Catholic guilt, but instead of that, it's I did this to myself. I need to feel this pain.
What was the Da Vinci Code and shit? Where he's like fucking self-harming and shit. Yeah, my penance. That's insane, man.
Yeah, my penance is endure the burn.
What part of Florida were you in?
Central Florida. Went to Orlando. We were staying there. There's the in-laws have a timeshare, so we went down there. It was just this nice-ass place, and niece and her boyfriend joined us down there. Just did some, we went to, I was there for 2 weekends, and the weekend between, on the weekends, we went to, like, Universal and Disney, did all that, Epcot, drink around the world.
How was that?
Fun. We used to live there,
I do.
We had season pass, so we would go there to get drunk at Epcot.
But you're also walking like 10 miles.
That's fine. I like walking.
So do I, but it balances out. You're drinking and walking. You're like, I can drink all day.
Yeah, exactly. But so that's the trick. That's the fun part of the game is I need to stay ahead of the walking and just keep drinking more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Walk around too.
Because you don't feel how much you've walked if you keep drinking.
Oh, exactly. And then plus, like, it's been like abnormally hot right now. So it was like, it was in the 90s. And that's unusual for that time of year.
It's supposed to be like 70s at that point.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like 76, maybe 80. But yeah, just sweating our asses off, walking around, drinking, eating food, just having a good time, riding some rides. Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
How was that?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I don't think there's a bad ride over there.
I don't think so either. I tend to gravitate towards the rides that are kind of nostalgic for me, like Peter Pan and shit like that from when I was a little kid at Magic Kingdom.
Do they still have E.T.?
No. Which is...
Wait.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, they do. Yeah,
ET
we
still
went on
there?
E2. Yeah, we went on
ET?
ET.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that that's Universal?
Yeah, it is Universal.
That's Universal.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went on that. But Guardians of the Galaxy. I said this before. Check out Nowhere on the Weekend for my full review of this. But I don't want to say it's the best ride at Disney, but it is the best ride at Disney, which is surprising. I didn't think it was going to be all that. It was super fun. It was great.
Did you get on the Fast and Furious ride?
Yeah, did that. Yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty good. It was good. I was drunk.
You were drunk driving?
Yeah, dude. So it's like you're in this like bus with all these other people.
Yeah.
And then at one point, this guy's shooting at you, and then Vin Diesel comes and hits his truck, and he's in the back shooting at you, and the whole thing flips over into water, and then you get sprayed with water.
Missed, yeah.
And I went, that's definitely blood. And like, it was, I don't know. It was just like, it was, and I was being drunk and over the top, and it was,
I love it.
It was ridiculous, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Nice to get out of the city for just a little bit. And, I love Chicago, but I've been trapped here for a little bit. So
it was like, what, 10 days? 10, 11 days?
Yeah, 10.
And you drove down there, or you flew?
I drove down there
Why?
because for work I've got this schedule where I'm doing these all these like tutorial videos, and I couldn't just take the time away from it, and so I just took all my video equipment down with me and all these different products, and then so I was in
You don't want to fly with all that stuff and get damaged or lost.
Right, exactly. And there was a shit ton of it too, so like I would have had to pay extra for that, and which I could have just wrote
Insured
off.
it, yeah.
But if I would have got down there and all this stuff would have been fucked up, and that would have been bad news. So yeah, I did some work while I was down there. It was a good time. It was a great time.
Yeah. Well, you were missed. I covered 1 week for you, and
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I covered 1 week, and it's weird recording the No Water on the Weekend podcast during the daylight. It's so weird.
Yes, we've done that very few times.
Yeah.
And it is weird.
The whole episode's weird. The vibe is weird. The jokes don't fall. Steven doesn't get the references. It's a bad time.
Oh,
Steven's hungover.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's during the day. He hasn't had a chance to bounce back and
Yeah.
do hair of the dog to get back on the train for him. Yeah. It's a whole deal, but that's cool. How did that episode go? You enjoyed yourself?
Oh, I always enjoy myself.
Good.
I have to put the infinity sign next to my name on that board now.
Yeah, you do. Too many to count.
Yeah, I don't even count it anymore. Part of the family, so it's been great. I chat a little bit with Steven. I know Steven's hardworking in his new job.
Yeah.
Doing all these events, and then he's been tasked to build a website. So I'm putting it on the podcast so that way he can hurry up.
Yeah, because I think that happened like 8 months ago that he was tasked with building the website. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I bought 2 domains, and I'm like,
There's no just sitting up there.
I'm just spending money on domains. I guess I'm like, just figure it out, bro. That's not my department. I do auto editing. That's it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a week. I mean, let's see. Grinding at work. We're counting down the days until spring break.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got what 2 weeks, 10 working days.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. That's like right around the corner pretty much.
Yeah. And I'm thinking I'm taking one more day off. I took 2 days off last week. I had just literally had to like disconnect. There was so much drama going on with the kids, and like administration's on my ass. Like, you got to call parents. I'm like, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. What the fuck am I gonna talk to them? I'm just gonna worry the parents more. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take 2 days. And I was like, I'll take 1. And then the next day I was like, yeah, I still don't want to go to work. Here's my second day. And that second day was they're supposed to pie the teachers.
Or was it Pi Day? Was that
Well, this week was Pie Day. It was on Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday.
So you skipped out so you didn't get pied.
Yes. A lot of kids, I'm not going to pie you. I'm like, first of all, I didn't sign up and give consent for you to assault me. No. They were
These fucking kids.
Yeah, they were like, I was like, absolutely not, and I will make sure I will not get pied. So, I mean, it was a good time to just disconnect, reset myself, and then they have testing next week. So I don't know how that's gonna go, because usually they use the gym too, or they want everything to be quiet. I'm like, how do I do PE quietly?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh, you remember the MTV show Silent Library?
Oh God.
There you go. That's how you do. So wait, is that the standardized like state testing that they're going to be doing?
Yeah, they do standardized testing like all year around. It's like every like other month there's a standardized test. That's all school is now.
That's crazy. I remember we had in Indiana we had iStep.
Yeah, we had the Iowa test, right?
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I know there's some other names for it that I heard, but I can never remember what they are.
Yeah, now they do the PSAT and some other one, and it's so many.
The PSAT, wait.
No, it's something similar to that,
okay.
but like, yeah, it's just they test so much, and I feel like it's kind of productive rather than spending quality time on basic skills.
Okay.
Like the kids can't do basic math. They can't tell time. Like,
oh Jesus, is that for real? Like,
yeah,
for real?
Like they're like, what time is it? I'm like, there's a clock on right there on the wall. I can't read the clock. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to learn
with the arms, with
yes.
the hands right there. I guess. Oh God, that's a
Bad.
little bit wild. Yeah.
And then watching The Last of Us that I finally finished, and thank you for the recommendation. It is wild. I love the show. Great character development, great arcs and everything. And it's pretty much that. If you don't have any basic skills, you're not going to survive. And there was a meme going around this week on Instagram, and it says, you know who would survive the apocalypse? Teachers, because they do a lot with nothing.
I saw you repost that, and I was dying. I was like, oh my God, that is so fucking true. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Yeah, teachers are very well-rounded people. I'm like, well, fuck. I may be a PE teacher, but I know how to fucking start a fire. I know how to shoot. I know how to hunt. I think I'll be all right.
Man, I just want to shout out to my wife, Angie, real quick. She can start a fire like a motherfucker. It's insane. She is so good. And she's obsessed with Survivor.
Okay.
So that's part of it.
Gotcha.
But when we used to go camping a lot, like in Colorado and Florida, she could still start a fire before she was obsessed with that. She's so fucking good at it.
What did she use to start a fire?
Whatever. Like literally,
she's literally fucking MacGyver.
Whatever. Yeah, we have we have backpacks that we travel with, and we have a flint. We have a flint on each of them, and so we can do that. And it's
pulled your hair out and shit and start a fire.
Yeah, give me those dry ass pubes, Sean.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
No, yeah. I said we can start a fire. I can kind of start a fire. She can 100% start a fire. But anyways, so wait. Well, let me ask you this: when you took those days off, do you, as a teacher, is in Chicago here? Do you get? Do you have to use vacation time, or do you have
PTO.
Like personal days?
Yeah,
it's all in the same pool.
Yeah, so it's you have your sick days. You're allowed 7 sick days a year, and you get two personal days. So it's 9 days off.
Okay, cool. I've had some friends, not as teachers, but I've had friends who would in their job. PTO, it's everything. So it's like not specific shit. So you just use it.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's hourly too. You can take a half a day.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like usually PTO people are like, oh, I'm just gonna take a half a day and then go golfing. Yeah. And I get that. Like, fuck, it's your time. Use it however you want to do it. And I think that's the way to do it. So, for me, I don't believe in perfect attendance as a teacher.
Yeah, I mean,
no. And then you're gonna burn out. So I haven't even opened my work email. I'm like, I'll open it at 7:30 when I clock in.
Yeah, I get it. And also, I don't believe in perfect attendance as a student either. When you get to a certain age, like high school, let's say that, like you got a lot going on when you're growing up and you're becoming that age. Like it's probably good to. I
think it's like an old institution where, like back in our day, you're like, oh, you've got to be, perfect attendance. You get an award, and that was me. I was there every day, perfect attendance all through elementary school, and then I got to high school, and I'm like. For what?
Yeah, right.
For what?
It comes from like our parents and grandparents era of like, well, how do you get ahead in the world? You go to work every single day and work as hard as you can and never take a day off and then hate your life once you get to a certain age.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. But no, I won't get too.
No. How's bowling? How's bowling going?
It's going really well. So I've got the Tuesday USBC Sanctioned League, and then Thursday, with Gutter Goblins. And the Thursday league with Gutter Goblins is like my baby. I named that team, and I love that team. It's me and Steven and Angie, and then Matt Mitrick and Jesse Bukama, who we'd all do that together, and it's so much fun. Yeah,
Jesse the Body. Yeah,
Jesse the Body. And I've been shitting the bed in that league. And then the USBC league. It's more difficult, and I've been crushing it in that.
Where's
league.
that at?
That's also at Diversity.
Really, they have a sanctioned league at Diversity now.
Yep, it's on Tuesdays. Apparently, they've had it for a long time, but they don't ever advertise it as being sanctioned. So when you join, if you're not already a USBC member, you just got to pay for that. And I filled in for a team, and then I'm such a fucking DRB rat that when I went in to do that, they were like, you have a USBC card? And I was like, I did, but it expired. And the manager was like, oh, don't worry, the alley will get it for you. And I was like, oh shit. So now I'm back in. So I got that. So that's nice. But I've been crushing it there. Thursdays, I don't know. Of course, Thursdays is kind of a crapshoot because like when you come in, maybe there have been 27 people on that lane for the whole day. And and then it's like
there's been a school bus of kids that have already bowled on it. Yeah.
Exactly. And then on Tuesdays on the Sanction League, they have to the oil fresh before the league starts, and it's so great. And man, with Angie filled in. She's filled in a couple times on our team. This last Tuesday, she filled in, and with her handicap, which isn't that huge, she rolled a 290, and it was.
What's her handicap?
It's not that big on that league. So she's done not 3 games, but 3 different nights. So she's 9 games in. I think it's 60 or 58 or something.
Oh damn, she's good.
Yeah, she fucking slated, dude. It was insane. And then she was so pumped. And then I was like, "See, I told you, bowling on fresh oil makes such a difference." And she was like, "I had no idea." And then she was excited to go on Thursday, obviously, and we were all excited anyway. But then all of us shit the bed.
Of course, because it's dry lane.
It was, dude. It was like, oh my god, what is happening? And it was just like me and Steven were both hitting the pocket every time and just leaving weird ass splits.
Yeah, because it doesn't break at the pocket,
dude. It was wild, but it's been good. The Tuesday league is great, and it was funny though because like I bowl so much, and then when I was gone for 2 weeks, I didn't bowl at all. Well, week and a half, whatever. I didn't bowl at all for those games, and then I came back, and then I did that Tuesday one, and then I was like, oh my god, my arm. Oh, shit. Oh my god, I'm a pussy. But yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's been fun.
Oh, that's great. Every time I talk about bowling on there when I have a great game, like talking about it the next Sunday when we record, and then that next Tuesday I just shit the bed.
Oh god,
it's like I got to stop talking about how well I do. So I've been bowling like I did like a month straight from the tournament. From that point on, I went on like a 3 to 4 week just ripper.
Oh, nice.
Just did great. And then the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been like 109.
Oh, no.
120, 122, 124. I'm like, so I made some adjustments mid-game on Tuesday. So I bowled a 120, a 122, 142, 162.
Oh, nice. That's not bad.
That's not with the handicap. So, and then my handicap's about 64 right now. I was trying to keep it at 69, but I had those good games and it just dropped it.
Yeah, that happens.
But speaking of the bowling, we have our tournament.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
this Saturday. Downstate in Peoria, and we won. That's why we're going down there. And the biggest thing is that I didn't know that they have not updated my my handicap. It's still 80-something pins.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I'm like, I will take that,
We're gonna kill it. Yeah. This dude on the Thursday league, this guy Dave, he used to live in Peoria, and we were talking about doing that. And I was telling him about the tournament, and he was like, "Oh, what lanes are they at?" And then I pulled up the flyer, and I told him, he's like, "Oh, that's a really nice house. Like, you guys are gonna kill it there." Like, it's not. He was just saying it's really good and very conducive to high scoring games. So, hopefully, not to everybody. Hopefully, just to us.
Just to us, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, yesterday had a pretty eventful day. I was on a date and went over to the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh man, I haven't been there for an age.
I haven't been there forever, and it was at the Hancock Center, and I don't think I've ever been inside of it. I think I've ordered once from there, but never been inside. It was slammed. And we're like, hey, can we just sit at the bar? Best way to do things.
Yeah.
Go to the bar. Obviously, there's 2 seats, and we're sitting down, and a group of guys come up, and like my date's like, that guy's famous. I'm like, I don't know this fucker. I don't. And I watch a lot of TV and a lot of shows. I'm like, I don't know this dude. And it was Trevor Jackson from Grownish. So do you remember the show Blackish?
Yeah, I remember.
So it's the spinoff of his daughter going to college. So he's on there.
You got a picture of him pulled up?
Yeah, I have his IG. So
okay.
So what ended up happening is like, I didn't know who he was, but we were just shooting. He was shooting tequila. I'm like, oh, whatever. He's like, what are you drinking? I'm like, hey, when in Rome, she ordered a martini. I ordered a martini. Let's just do this. And then he's like, cracking up. And, so we're chopping it up. And obviously I'm not fanboying. So he's like, diffused.
Yeah.
And that diffuses a lot of people. So, it was nice to do that and just chop it up. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I have a show. I'm like, oh, are you a comedian? I'm like, I don't know who you are. Yeah, are you doing comedy or something? Yeah. He's like, no, I actually sing. I do singing like R&B and whatever. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, I have a show at Bottom Lounge. I'm like, that's right by my house. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm like, what time is the show? He's like, oh, I'll go on like 8:30. I'm like, great. He's like, hey, you guys want to go? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So his boy he's like, take down our number. He's like, yeah, we'll put you on the list. And here's this pitch.
That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, so that's let's see. Yeah, so he flew in after filming like 12 hours on the show in LA and then flew into Chicago.
Okay, he does look. He looks familiar. I don't know if I would have known him from.
There's
Grownish
no
or
way.
whatever.
There's no way I would have known him.
Yeah, he looks familiar, but yeah,
He's posting more of his singing career on his IG more than anything, which is whatever.
yeah, that's cool.
But then we get to Bottom Lounge, and I know I have another story at Cheesecake, but we went to Bottom Lounge, and the guy comes up, yeah, glad you guys you made it. He goes to the door guy. That door guy's been there forever. He's a chubby white guy with like a bad fucking haircut. And he's miserable as fuck. And he's like, are they on the list? And we give us our names. They're like, your name's not on the list. I'm like, he's right here. He said he's gonna put us on the list. And he's like, well, you got to talk to so-and-so to put them on the list. And I'm like, that list was printed like 4 hours ago. Like, how are we going to be on the list unless, write his name? So, he tried to do something, go back in and go back out. He couldn't get us on. So, we had a drink and they were like, screw it. We're just going to go to another bar and just, no harm, no foul.
Right.
It was an invitation. We couldn't get in. No big deal.
It's not like you're like best friends with the dude, because then that's like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was just
It was like, hey, fucking when in Rome, just go with the flow and see what happens. So, and I'm not mad about. I'll send him a message later today. I'm like, hey, thanks for the invitation. We couldn't get in, but hopefully when in Chicago, we can put us on the list for the next one.
Nice.
Just you keep it, lines of communication open.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's awesome.
So he left, and the bartender's like, we're still at Cheesecake, and the bartender's like, the seat next to you, put the napkin on there so that no one sits there. And we're like, what the hell? Just a random one seat. She's like, no, that's for my regular. He's been coming here forever.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And I'm like, okay, I get that. As a rich fucking white guy, he probably lives in, Hancock Center. I get it.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, at the Cheesecake Factory, you can eat anything at any point, right? There's everything you can imagine.
Right, yeah.
That, the menu's like 47 pages. It ends up being David Paymore.
That name is not familiar at all.
You know his face. David Paymore. Did you see Marvelous Miss Maisel?
Oh, yeah.
So David Paymore was one of the agents. He was also in Ocean's 11, 12. He was the guy who raided the hotel for Al Pacino, but ended up getting the hives.
Oh, that's not familiar. Okay, so the only Oceans movie I saw was the one with the all-female cast.
Hey, that one was okay.
It was fine, but I didn't see any of the other ones. I like a good caper, but I don't know. It just didn't hit me in the way that I wanted to go watch it. So this dude. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's in like everything.
Yes,
too.
he does a lot of small roles, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So he's sitting next to us, and we're like,
that's hilarious.
And he's just a sarcastic prick. Like, obviously he's just having fun with everybody, but he's just sarcastic as fuck. And I'm just having a good time with him. And at the end, I'm like, hey, my name's Jose. Nice to meet you, and that. And I'm like, I didn't, because he seemed like the person like he doesn't want to be fucked with. So I'm like, I'll just let it be.
Okay.
Just let it be. So, I mean, shit, 2 celebrities in 1 fucking hour, like that's insane.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's like one of the good things about being in Chicago is you can actually just go somewhere and run into somebody who's, quote unquote somebody.
Yeah.
And I do love that. That's awesome. I did this one event. I ran audio for an event that was hosted by Nike and Jack Daniels, and this was years ago, and it was to thanks, and it was for the Nike and Jack Daniels hosted this, and it was like a celebrity thing, and there was a bunch of bulls there, and just like sports figures from here, actors and stuff, and it was the whole purpose of it was give all the money they paid was going to give Nike shoes to inner city kids who are like poor and don't even necessarily have shoes, which is weird because maybe they get beat up and their shoes get stolen if they're these brand new Nikes. But anyways, so somebody was talking to me and they were like, the MC looks really familiar. And I was like, he doesn't look familiar to me at all. And then, so I, before the thing started, I do sound check for him and everything. I step out back and I'm smoking the cigarette. And then he comes out there and starts smoking a cigarette. And we were just like kind of talking for a second. And then I was like, yeah, the host over there running the bar was saying that you look familiar. And I was like, would I know you from something? And he was like, yeah, you probably would. But then he didn't elaborate. And I go, okay, fair enough. And then we're just shooting the shit and we start talking about music. And this guy is... he's one of the stars of Chicago PD, which I didn't know until later.
No shit.
And then so we're just like shooting the shit and we were talking about music. And then he was like, hey man, you want to split this joint? And I was like, yeah. And then so we smoked this joint in this alley. And then afterwards, like we shook hands and we, he said he introduced himself. I introduced myself. Then we came back, and I said, I was telling Angie, and she was like, "Oh, that's the dude from Chicago PD." And I was like, "Oh, no shit." And then
Which one?
I'm not going to say just because I feel like I don't know.
Was he older gentleman or younger
No,
gentleman?
He was a younger gentleman, middle-aged gentleman.
Okay.
But yeah, he was super nice. And the same thing what you were saying, like the fact that I didn't know him went a long way. And it was like, oh, thank God. I don't have to like perform or, watch my whatever.
Give a fake like, oh, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a fan.
Yeah. So that shit's nice anyway. Yeah. So that's cool that you got that. I didn't know there was a Cheesecake Factory in Hancock.
Yeah,
so
it's on the basement, yeah.
Oh, shit. I had no idea.
And there's a Jamba Juice there.
I didn't know there was a Jamba Juice. I fucking love Jamba Juice.
I love Jamba Juice.
Which is like the most like yuppie thing of me to say, but I really do love it.
I fucking love Jamba. I used to be there every morning when I was in banking. I'm like, oh yeah, let me get the some pineapple bullshit and then put some protein in there and put some energy in there and then get the biggest one and I'd be like, all wired.
Yeah,
sugar.
Dude. Yeah. Give me some blueberry and pomegranate and some
there you
shit,
go.
and that's
there you go.
Gets me going.
All right, so that's pretty much our week, and we're going to talk some sports. We have a little bit of wrap-up. We got to go around the loop and talk about, the Bears, the Blackhawks. What are the Bulls doing? Are they going to be in the playoffs, out of the playoffs? The Blackhawks, are they going to fuck up their freaking first place, their first pick availability? The Bears did a lot of fucking work this week, signing a bunch of people. March Madness, we got, our local teams. How did they fare out? But first, this is the Big Three with Big Z. All right, thanks, Sean. I'm Big Z.
What was I supposed to do?
I know you don't know our cues. It's okay.
I didn't know your cues. I'm doing a little bit of research. For the future
it's all good, brother. I want to be like Steven. Story number 27.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to start off with I'm Big Z and you're not.
This is true. I am not.
For today's stories, I'm going to start off nice and easy, all right? But it's something that you do know about, all right?
Okay,
yeah, so WWE, wrestling.
Okay, sure.
You're familiar, right?
I am familiar. Yeah.
All right, so WWE is trying to get into the gambling game.
Okay, so what? Just being able to bet on
matches.
Okay. Well, that's fascinating.
I mean, if everything's predetermined, how are you supposed to bet on a match, right?
Oh shit, that is a good one. No, dude, it's not predetermined. It's real. They just go out there and I know the athletics are real. I know. I'm just fucking around, but that is actually wild as shit. I hope it doesn't happen because the people who are just in the know are going to get crazy rich.
Well, that's the biggest thing, right? So I did some research on this, and they're trying to do it like the Oscars, where the finale or the winner is in an envelope in lock and key, and they're going to have an accountant firm that's going to travel with them and so forth. I mean, this is going to cost them a shitload of money to do this on a weekly basis.
I mean, they got a shitload of money though. But
they do have it, but they're all for sale too, so which is crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so the idea is like, all right, well, I'm going to wrestle you, and we don't know what the finish is. We don't know who's going to win. So it's kind of like, like a TV show. You don't know which character is going to die. The Oscars, you don't know who's going to win, but there's a predetermined Oscars. Yeah, it's predetermined. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, the biggest deal is like Vince McMahon, when he used to run WWE, he would change his mind up to the minute.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He would be like, all right, well, at 2:00, you're going to win this match, and, you guys figure it out. Fucking 4:00. You know what? No, scratch that. You're going to win this match. And then back and forth up to the minute, and they would change storylines and change all this shit. So the aspect that I don't understand is like, all right, if me and you are wrestling, and they tell us let's say we're wrestling at 7:30, and you tell us to finish at 6, that's 90 minutes where I can place a bet on myself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Or, like, how are you going to manage that or not let it get out?
So the deal is like, I mean, this is like some Pete Rose shit, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they're not going to be allowed to bet on themselves. But, I'm going to give my buddy 50K, and we're going to put that on me because
my wife's cousin is going to manage.
Yeah. Like I don't even know how. I mean, because it's not fake in the sense that they're not really doing this, sportsmanship shit.
Yeah.
But it's fake in the sense that it's not just, wing it and, the best wrestler actually wins.
Right.
So that's wild. That's like...
They're trying to cash in and try to bring in a bigger audience of sports bettors, right? Sports bettors are just notorious for betting on anything.
Yeah.
So will it be like prep bets, like prop bets? Sorry, like with the Super Bowl, like the Gatorade's gonna be orange. Is this wrestler gonna do this move this many times? Or will the match go out of the ring? Can you bet that? Like, how long will the match go?
That is very interesting because still that is all that can be in the control of the hands of the wrestlers.
Yes,
placing these shady ass bets.
Yes,
that is wild. I don't know. How do you feel about that? I mean,
I don't think it's possible. I just don't think it's possible. First of all, there's already story leaks. Like there's dirt sheets, and they'll be like, "Hey, so and so is really not doing this, or so and so is really hurt, and this storyline is fake." Those stories get out.
Yeah.
So can
exactly.
you imagine if they know if they're gonna lose and people are betting? I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna go over well.
It's just, it's like, okay, so they're degenerate gamblers. Let's just take these poor souls and take all of their money at this point.
100%. I mean, these guys are already taking painkillers, and now they're gonna be gambling too.
Dude, that's crazy. I just don't see how that can work. I mean, maybe they try to push it forward, but there has to be somebody who's authenticating somebody who's saying, yes, we can move forward with this, who has to come forward and say, no, this is not possible to do this in a ethical way.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
All right, story number 2, and this one's for Steven. I thought he was going to be here, so I got this story. And this story is about a year old, but our friend Martin actually posted it on his social media and his Instagram, and I was like, oh, this is a great story, right up our alley. Right. Both shows could have had this one, but everyone likes a plug, right? Somebody can hook you up with something, doesn't really, you can count on them.
Oh, they're talking about butt.
Well,
okay, let's. Yeah.
Well, that's actually where we're going, Sean. Ding, ding, ding.
Let's do this. Okay.
This story is called "Dead and Sexy." A woman caught at the airport carrying her boyfriend's ashes inside a sex toy.
Fuck out of here. Was it in her?
So this lady,
oh my god,
in Australia, Australian law student was caught passing through the airport security with her dead boyfriend's ashes hidden in a wearable sex toy. She's 23, about to board a flight, and the official said, hey, something's wrong here. You got to come with us. So they actually made her call the embassy because they couldn't figure it out. So what ended up being is her boyfriend, before passing away, gave her a butt plug as a gag gift.
Okay.
She ends up passing away. He ends up passing away, and she got his ashes put into the butt plug.
Oh my god.
And since that's his favorite place to be.
Okay. Dare I say, is this true love? Is that what this is?
Oh, that's got to be true love.
Lust.
Yeah.
True love. That's, holy shit. And then who leaked the story? Is her name in this?
She did.
She did. Oh my god.
She put it on TikTok. It's got 4.9 million views right now. That was last year. I'm pretty sure it's got way more than that.
Man, that's wild that was a year ago. And I'm usually into pretty degenerate news stories. And I cannot believe I didn't hear about that. On TikTok, Steven is a TikTok whore. How did he not hear about this?
I don't know. But
that is insane.
She said, I like to take him with me to places we've only ever dreamed of going. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. I wish you could see this sunset, but I'm sure you like the inside of my ass too. Oh my god, that's I don't know, man. It just seems so crazy. Is it a hollow butt plug? Does it say anything about that? Or should you just do some? I don't know. That's it's just.
Oh no, I got a picture for you. It's a solid metal one, and it says, and she got it forever ingrained on it.
Oh, okay. So they can probably somebody cut that open and put that in there. Okay. There's a lot of great things you can do with ashes these days. Like you can have a record pressed with your ashes.
Yes, that's something I would do.
I would love that idea, but I never considered putting my ashes in a butt plug. That is okay.
Yeah, that's what she looks like, and that's what he.
Okay, they look like they would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of cult-looking chick.
Dude, she looks like she's straight from a 2002 My Chemical Romance concert, though. At the same time,
yeah.
But okay, interesting. He's got terrible hair. Oh my god! Holy shit! That's
We've all had that one terrible haircut. They were like, "Oh, we're cool." No.
I'm just saying, dude, wash your hair. But I guess it doesn't matter now. Oh, good God, that's a good one. That's some good digging. But yeah,
that's what he said.
Like, oh my god. Like, I have so much shit running through my head, and it's just like I don't really truly know what to say about any of that other than I love her dedication to her deceased boyfriend. That's amazing.
Yeah, cheers to him.
Oh my god.
Story number 3, and this is kind of I was already on that train, so I might as well fucking keep going.
All right.
WNBA star Liz Cambridge launches her OnlyFans after Olympic controversy. Again, this story's a little older. It's about a year old as well, but she's a WNBA player, doesn't get paid much. We already discussed this on both podcasts.
Yeah,
and it sucks. So she opened up a OnlyFans, and she is I think she's part of the Rihanna lingerie line.
Oh, I can't remember I can never remember what this shit's called.
Fenty. Savage X Fenty.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's Rihanna's, her lingerie line and clothing line. So she's putting putting pictures up there, and
those are both her.
That's both her. Yeah, it's a completely different person, ain't it?
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm a vixen. Hey, I'm a baller. It's so different, but
yeah,
she's pretty.
She is very pretty, and she's also a monster athlete. And she bowed out of the Olympics because when they went to take the picture, and she didn't know all the teammates, they were all white. And she's like, you want to put all equality, and we're talking about Black Lives Matter at this point. So she's like, yeah, my mental health is weighing on me, and I'm not going to play for the Olympics. They try to convince her. She goes to the Olympics, but does not play. So she's
okay. Well, good on her for that, but also like good for her for doing. Oh my, yeah. Okay, there you go. Well, wait. What was at the top of the page?
50 told me go ahead, switch.
There you go.
I mean, obviously makeup does wonders.
Okay,
but she's a very beautiful woman. She's statuesque because she's tall as fuck.
Yeah, and she's athletic. So
she's toned. Yeah. But I mean, that's cute.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's a fierce competitor, and she was on the Aces, who actually won the championship, and so.
God, like that one of those pictures looks like she would like be this sweet, seductive, like crawl over to you in her lingerie, and then that last one, she would just beat the shit out of me because she like.
100% she'll beat the shit out of you. Like, do not piss off your woman.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. That's, I don't give a shit. Good on her. Like, some people hate on the OnlyFans shit.
So I've been saving this story for a while, and I was like, I had it saved. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, smoking.
Well, I guess, okay, so I've complained for a while. I've just got like this... my ass cheeks are like poorly made pancakes and they're just flat. So looking at that picture, I'm like, okay, I just need to do more layups. I got to do some layups into my. That's a crazy picture. But but fuck that. Good on her. I hate when people hate on people for doing the OnlyFans thing because it's all consenting parties.
Correct.
People are giving their money.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Fuck yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's making more money off that than she does at WNBA.
Oh God, I would only imagine. And then also all the asshole like misogynistic basketball fans that don't want to support the WNBA. I guarantee they're
supporting it. Oh yeah,
I guarantee they're giving her money. That's wild. Great on her. Great on her. Fuck yeah, dude. That's
and she's not posting. She's not naked. She's just in lingerie.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean the pictures, but yeah. Fuck yeah. Do it, whatever you're comfortable with.
Make your money.
Yeah, there's a niche out there for everybody. If you just want to do lingerie, do that shit. Because I have a friend. Well, Angie has a friend that does that, and she's in lingerie, and then she just talks shit to people, tells them how terrible they are. Yeah. Never gets naked, and she makes a fuckload of money off that. And so it's like, all right. Fucking get your money because that's incredible. That whole thing is just, I don't know, the power that women can have over men.
Oh yeah,
and other women as well. I'm not saying that, but I mean that's just good on her. And yeah, you're right. Guarantee she's making more money doing this.
Elizabeth, cheers to you.
Yes, cheers. I don't have one to open, but I will cheers the mic. There you go. Good on you. Is she still in the WNBA or is she done?
Yeah, she's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's making money.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. All right, I'm Big Z, and that's news to me. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to No War on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z and E-Rock.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. And for E-Rock, it's Sean from the No Water on the Weekend podcast.
Yes, sir.
That's right, that's right. This is The Loop, our Chicago sports roundup where we keep you in the loop.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
All right, man, let's get into some sports now.
Let's do it.
We'll talk about our local teams. Let's start with the Blackhawks. Are you a hockey fan?
I am a hockey fan. No, I'm not now. It's new to me because I didn't have that growing up really. Like when I was a kid, I remember my dad being very into Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
And then, that was, like mid 80s, like little kid stuff. But I've only recently, within the last year or so, I went to a Blackhawks game for the first time. And then
Beautiful.
I was like, oh my God, this is so much fucking fun. So
Yeah.
now I've been trying to pay more attention.
Yeah. And, the Blackhawks pretty much traded everybody, and I don't want to get into that because, I'm not a hockey hit or a puck head, so I can't really say what's a good trade, what's a bad trade. But the Blackhawks had a black eye, right, with the whole training scandal and all that.
Right.
Yeah, so right now they're trying to move forward, and they're trying to turn a page. They have new GM, new front office, and literally everybody's gone except for Taves.
It's like clean. They absolutely cleaned house on that.
Yeah, they did, and they're gonna suck for a while. Unfortunately, like they've been winning some of these tough games. I know I think they're 3-7 in the last 10 games, but some of these games are in it, and they should not be in it at all. I mean, I won some money yesterday because I bet against them. It was 1-1 against the Coyotes, and I was like, on my date, I'm like, hey, who do you think is gonna win this game? She's like, I think Arizona. I'm like, bet $5, and it was 2-2, and then it was 4-2. So thank you for that easy money. But the Blackhawks are traded all the good players. The kids are having a pretty good run. I think they're aligned down their 4th or 5th goaltender. Their goaltenders have been getting hurt left and right. But they're 2 points out of possibly getting the first pick, which is 3 wins. A win is 3 points, and a loss is a tie is 1 point, just like kind of soccer. And they're 2 less than the Ducks. So if they keep winning, they might shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we want to have like a Bears experience where you get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, you want the pick, but you also don't want to suck ass at the same time. But
It's all young kids. They're going to play their hearts out.
Yo, absolutely.
And you can't dictate that. That's hard.
No. Yeah.
You can't tell a kid to go half speed.
Yeah, right.
So
Hopefully they get that pick.
Yeah, but
I'm rooting for that.
Yeah, well, we should go to a Blackhawk game. So I'm down.
I'm absolutely down for that. Yes.
I got spring break. Let's see if we can figure that out.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right. The other question I had for you, being, obviously you know who Jonathan Taves is, and he's had a long career. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he suffered with an autoimmune disease, and he was out for a whole year, a year and a half actually, and now he's out again. Do you think he should retire?
I don't know. I did see something about him considering that.
Yeah.
And then some of the things that I read were also that he had long COVID.
Yes.
And is that where the autoimmune disease stems from? Like, did he get just fucked with COVID? And
We don't know.
like, okay.
We don't know. Yeah.
I mean, if you have an autoimmune disease, like traveling is
the worst.
That's going to be a beast. Like, you got to be careful. And yeah, I don't know. And I mean, like, especially, you know, like, your life could be cut short at any time too. So, you know, you got a family, spend it with your family, whatever. I don't know, but you can't, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that, because you can't just like live life on your knees, you know, with that. And especially, I know what it's like to be passionate about something and give everything to it. And, you know, if he's got this passion for that, then, you know, if it still burns inside of him and it's not just like, okay, I'm making all this money or whatever. But I don't know. It's a tough question because you've been playing hockey your entire life. That's your life passion. It's brought you money. Now you have a family and you have someone, you have to take care of that family. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he's still going to get his money, and you know, because the money he's made has been pretty good. He's got endorsements and so forth, but it's hard to walk away from a passion. Oh yeah, absolutely. I couldn't imagine, but yeah. Yeah, so in my opinion, I'd say take care of yourself and your family first, and the sport is second. You know, at some point, you know, if you want to come back to the Blackhawks family and be part of the front office, or you know, or if you want to coach and still be on the road, that's up to you. But the Blackhawks are pretty good about bringing back their players and being ambassadors. The Blackhawks will pay you to be an ambassador. Just show up, you know, every couple of games and wave and sign some autographs, and you know, you'll still get paid. So, in my opinion, you should take care of your body and yourself first and your family. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't want to tell somebody to make decisions for themselves. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to him. But like, I mean, like, that's a brutal fucking sport. Like, you get injured like badly, and you know something. Well, not even necessarily badly. You just get a certain type of injury where you can. Yeah, you know, you can recover and come back if you're, you know, just a healthier guy. Yes. But if you're not, then you're more susceptible to infections, and then those becoming even more wild. Like, I don't know. Like, it's up to him and his family. Like, they need to talk about that shit. But I don't know. I mean, I think I think it's time. Yeah, sure. Because he's not necessarily a young buck anymore. No, he's for hockey terms. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because you know, hockey's a brutal sport. Like you said, you're going offense, defense, switching. Oh God, can you ice skate? Oh, I can. Yeah. No shit. Of course you can. You're fucking MacGyver over here. Can do everything. Yeah, I can go straight. I just can't turn fast. I can't do all that crazy shit now. Oh, I'm down to do it. I have weak ankles. Oh shit, you gotta do more. Yeah, more flexion. Yeah, I can skate. I like it. I enjoy it. I can take corners fast. I can go backwards. I can go forwards. You're one of those guys. Triple toe lutz. No, just how hilarious would that be if I was figure skating? Oh, shit. I don't know. Yeah, well, good luck to him on that decision. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out sometime in the summer. I'm pretty sure he's going to take his time, you know, figuring that out. So. Oh, yeah. All right, let's switch over to the other team that plays on the Madhouse on Madison, the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are in the 10th seed at the moment, 7-4 since they signed Patrick Beverley, the Chicago native. The question is, do they make the playoffs? Man, I don't think so. Have you been watching any of the Bulls games? Not super recently. Well, yeah, you've been gone for 10 days. Yeah, and then I've had just a shitload of work, and I just haven't been doing much of anything. But I don't know. I mean, we talked about this, you and I and Steven before, where it's like they can pull off great wins against difficult teams and then shit the bed. And just like, I don't know, like I said, I haven't actually watched the last couple of games. I would like to see them make the playoffs. I would like to see that. So even if it's just a play-in game, so they have to win this play-in game to get into the playoffs, you want them to do that? I would like to see them do that. Yeah. What's the you don't? They're going to get slaughtered by a number one team. Like, you know, if they play, you know, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's got size and shooting. They're just going to whoop their ass. Yeah. So, you know, does it really make a difference? They'll get one game at home, 2 games at home, maybe if that. Yeah. So that's pretty what it is. It's a financial thing. But they've been playing a little bit better. There's more intensity now that Patrick Beverley's on the team. Okay. You know, he's an agitator, and he gets in your ass, even if you're a teammate. Like, hey, you fucked up. Like, he did that to Vooch, and Vooch got pissed. Oh, shit. Yeah, and then they squashed it in the locker room. They're like, he's like, no, we're just basketball players, and he said I should have been here when I was over there. And, you know, you're going to have a disagreement with a teammate. That's always going to happen. Yeah. You know? That's also typical workplace shit. Like, if you got a teammate not pulling shit, you can get shitty with them, and then everything can come back around, too. You know? That's workplace shit. Which is great. So they're 7-4 since they signed Patrick Beverley. They're playing a little bit different basketball, but what I don't see them is
they always have like a 15, 20 point lead and then just give it up.
Yeah, they blow their leads easily.
Yeah. I was gonna go there with the anal plug joke, but never mind. Yeah, so I don't think they're not gonna win a series. So what's the point? And I think they're gonna blow it up in the summer. I don't think this team stays intact.
Okay.
So,
okay. So by saying you don't think they stay intact, what do you see? For
well, they
their
need
future?
they need outside shooting. They haven't re-signed Vooch, so he might walk away.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they can't come in agreement with Vooch, and I think they should keep him because he's a double machine.
Yes, absolutely.
He's a great player. Zach is signed for long term, so he's staying, and then DeMar's got one more year after this one, so you might as well trade him while he still has some value.
Sure.
And we don't have shooting. We already traded our number 1 pick for this year is going to go to Orlando for the Vooch trade.
Okay.
So unless they get into the top 4, then it's protected. So they get that pick. So if they get the number 1 pick, which if they were sliding, they would have a higher chance of doing that. So,
sure.
I don't see this team pulling it together in the last 15 games.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's too little, too late at this point.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big ask for that short of a time frame that's left over.
Right. And then you have the whole Lonzo Ball thing, who's been gone for 2 years and he's gonna have another surgery on his knee for the 3rd time, and they have no idea what's wrong with his knee.
None?
No,
because he's been out for fucking ever. So
yeah, January was like a year and some change, and they were like, well, it's just this injury takes about 6 to 8 weeks, and it's just a cleanup of his knee, and he can't. I don't know what he can't do. And he even posted a video a couple of months ago of him dunking, just a stand up dunk, and they're like, oh right, he's coming back, and then they're like, nope, shutting him down. His knee swelled up, and nope. So they have no idea. Doctors are like, we don't know what's going on with him. So hopefully you get him back. But the Bulls are have another blow because he was like the floor general. He would make sure he played great defense. He shot pretty good from the 3-point line, and he ran the offense. So it's hard when you have your floor general not there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't know. I always want the Bulls to do well.
Oh yeah, the city's a lot better when the Bulls are doing well.
Oh my God, yeah. Crime's down. Rent goes down. It's just
inflation is non-existent.
Oh God. Yeah, that's everything political in Chicago is tied to the Bulls.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, thank you, Lori. Oh man, another team in rebuilding mode is the Chicago Bears, and they've done a lot of work. Do you watch every Sunday?
No,
you're not a football guy, right?
I used to be, and then I don't know what happened, but like
the Bears sucking.
I mean, yeah.
That's what killed it.
But
were you always a Bears fan? Because
yes.
Indianapolis, growing up in Indiana. And all that.
So here's the deal. Growing up in Indiana, my grandfather was a huge Packers fan, and so when I was and my grandparents raised me. So my grandfather liking the Packers, it was always watch every Packers game with him, and then at a certain point, I feel like when I became a real piece of shit little kid when I was like 8 years old, and then I realized it became way more fun
to antagonize,
to love the Bears because of that, and so then I as I grew up and started really getting into sports more as a kid, and through my teens and my 20s and stuff, it was like love the Bears, but I mean
you are legit Eric Foreman. He did that to Red. He showed up to the Packers game in a Bears jersey.
I don't know that I like the
reference.
And I've been. Angie told me one time I look like that dude, and I was like,
you did at the bowling tournament when you fucking
Oh God damn it! I don't like that. But anyway, yeah. But at the same time, how much of my life were they actually doing well? It's been a very long time since they've actually been.
2005 was one of the playoff years, and then the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
was it 11? I think. So it hasn't been.
Yeah, I know, but just like the percentage of time that I've been alive, that they've been great.
Oh, it's like 2%. Yes, 2%. And you were too young to really enjoy the '85 Bears.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like I'm a wee lad.
Yeah, exactly.
Watching with Papa. Yeah, exactly. But
So do you think this new administration that they have, like Ryan Poles and Eberflus, are changing the culture and the dynamic? Do you feel that?
I mean, like, it would be really great to get somebody in there to change the culture and the dynamic along with it, but like, I don't know, like, how many changes need to be made? You know, I mean, we're not just talking about, I mean, like you can change at the top and then hope for, let's call it trickle down athletics.
Yes. Yeah. Trickle down economics.
But,
Ronald Reagan.
dude, I don't know what has to happen is the thing.
So
I really don't.
New GM, new coach. This is going to be their second year. And
I mean, the new coach is huge. That's huge. But, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're
Go on,
fine.
go on.
You're fine. So what ended up happening is, they traded away Roquan and a bunch of the stars.
Yeah.
Right, the older stars and stars that are getting paid a lot of money. And they have the number one pick, and they traded that pick away to Carolina for DJ Moore, which is an all-star type caliber wide receiver, and they got a bunch of picks back. They signed, another offensive lineman, another running back, defensive end. They signed Tunyon from the Packers.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's right. That's pretty big. And he's a local kid.
Is he really?
He's a local kid. Yeah.
My nephew freaked out about that fucking trade.
Yeah,
because he's a Packers fan.
Yeah.
He lives in West Loop, and it's like you're just in the wrong neighborhood. But okay.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. So they've signed some pretty good backups and kind of like fitting in some players here and there. There's some players that I think will be starters and make some effort, but I don't see, again, it doesn't matter who you sign. You got to see them when they're on the field and they are a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
And they still have to draft these young kids, and so there's a lot of work to be done. So right now, like they signed a lot of people, and I'm just like, okay, that's pretty.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
Looks great on paper. Let's
you can go to the grocery store and buy all this cool shit, all these vegetables and fruits and meats, and it doesn't mean shit if you can't cook the meal.
Yeah, you still got a bad fucking dish coming in your. Yeah, exactly.
You know, it doesn't really matter yet. That's what I feel about it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and. It's always great being able to draft awesome players, but just like what you just said was like, how do they fit into the puzzle, and what's the dynamic that they, that they're gonna have with the rest of the team? And I don't know. I wish I could talk more detail about this sort of shit, but it's just on my peripheral at the moment.
But it also gives us a different perspective. Like,
sure.
like
the casual fan versus
correct.
The in-depth fan.
Right. I mean, if we're talking Bears, that's E-Rock's bread and butter, and he can, spit out stats and players, and he'll tell you about the 85 Super Bowl shuffle and how he was there. But he's very knowledgeable when it comes to football, and I enjoy football for watching it. I know some stuff. And I kind of stay in my lane. My lane is baseball, and I know how to spit stats when it comes to baseball. And that's why we complement each other. But when it comes to the Bears, that's his bread and butter. And I don't want to step on his toes, and I want to say something that's wrong because I'll probably get yelled at. And
he's definitely going to blow me up on Tuesday.
100%.
He's going to be like, you fucking idiot. You don't know anything of me. It's like, yeah, you're right. I don't. I'm sorry. You want to talk bowling stats, E-Rock? Let's do this.
That's right. Let's go, TJ Hackett. Let's go. Fucking Belmo killed it again today. So I mean, again, it's like I said, it's pretty that they signed these players. There's a lot of backups that they signed for running back. The offensive line gelled a little bit towards the end of the year. But are they going to draft an offensive lineman with their first round pick? Or are they going to draft a defensive presence that's going to rush the opposing team's quarterback? We have our quarterback in Justin Fields. We're good there. Now we have one good receiver and another one decent receiver. We had two great tight ends now with Tunyon and Kmet. So there's some weapons, developing on the offensive side. It's just the defensive side, they need to add more stuff. So we will see, and we'll let E-Rock come in and hopefully next week, and he'll talk more Bear stuff. But
let's just say right now, hopefully they can spend this offseason pulling it all together and making that cohesive unit.
Yeah, and then Bears
utilize it.
Bears fans are very similar to Cub fans, where they're like, "Oh, we got all these people," and it's like, yeah, but they still have to play together. They still have to gel together. It's going to take time. Just because you sign all these people doesn't mean that it's going to be a quick turnaround. Now, the NFL does have quick turnarounds from one year to the other. I just don't think the Bears are there yet.
Sure. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Especially because there's a lot of shakeup here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah,
right now.
There's a lot of holes to fill. So, we'll see other than that. But the next topic I want to talk about is the WBC, and there's been a lot of negativity, and what I mean by that is we've had two people get injured. We had Altuve get injured, and I think it was Edwin Diaz, the reliever for the Mets. He's out for the year after celebrating. After winning the game.
Oh, I saw something about
he was celebrating, jumping up and down, and blew out his knee.
Yeah, that's the most bullshit way to fuck up a season for yourself.
So people are like, "Oh, this tournament's stupid." I'm like, he could have got injured in spring training. He could have got injured at home. It doesn't matter. You get injured when you get injured. You know, when your time is coming up, it's coming up.
Not showboating. That's I don't know. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So for me, being of Latin descent, being Mexican and Puerto Rican, and I didn't get to watch that game. Thanks, Berto, for ruining it for me.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, son of a bitch. But it's especially for the Latin American culture, baseball's life.
Oh yeah.
Baseball and soccer are life. Yeah. So this is our World Cup of baseball.
Sure.
It really doesn't mean that much to the U.S., even though they're in the semifinals, which is great. But, for Venezuela, for Colombia, for Puerto Rico, this is their stage to get out there because it's not in the Olympics anymore.
Right, exactly.
So this is their world stage. This is their World Cup. So for those that don't understand, like, you're talking about kids who grew up playing with a piece of cardboard that they cut out for their thumb, and they're fielding baseball they made out of sock and string and whatever. They're coming from nothing, and now they're playing in the major leagues, and this is their World Cup.
Yeah.
So
I hadn't considered that. That's actually that's a really powerful point in my mind.
Yeah, you look at Cuba. Cuba's going to be playing USA in the semifinal, and Mexico and Japan. And
yeah. So. The Mexico and Japan one is crazy because, like you were just saying, Latin American countries go fucking hard, and so does Japan.
Japan has been scoring at least 7 runs a game.
I know. Their scores, so the only game I actually watched was Puerto Rico, Mexico. And then, but I always look at the Japan scores because they are crazy about fucking baseball. And it's wild.
Ridiculous. It is a way of life.
I know. It's wild. But that game. So you haven't watched it yet?
No, I'm going to watch it at some point today or tomorrow. Yeah, I'm still going to watch it. Just
should I not say anything?
No, go ahead. It's already ruined. Berto already ruined it.
Dude, first inning, Puerto Rico with 4 runs.
Oh shit!
And it was like, oh my god! And then they shit the bed. And I
think I did see the last inning, the last at bat.
Yeah,
the Puerto Rican that thing had two outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls, man on second and third, and Mexico struck out the player Lookin. On a curveball or an off-speed pitch. It just dropped in there, and he's like froze.
Yeah, and it was like second inning, Mexico had 1 run, and then it was I don't know. It was just like, oh man, Puerto Rico's got this cinched up, and then real late in the game, Mexico came back, and it was wild actually because I don't know. I just didn't see that coming, and I feel like you don't normally see that in baseball with like a big last half. Let me come up from being the obvious loser. Not just from behind, but from the fucking gutter.
Yeah, Mexico was not predicted to win at all. Right. They're supposed to be out.
It was a good game, and I was thinking, I was upstairs watching it with Steven, and then I texted Angie to tell her about the end of it, and I was like, I feel like there could be some violence in Chicago bars tonight.
Yeah, there was a lot of shit talking between all of my friends and stuff like that. Funny enough, since I did take Friday off, I took my mom to her doctor appointment. She's fine. She had broken her arm a couple weeks ago, she's fine. So it was just a little checkup, and then she's like, "Let's get breakfast." So we went to Café Colau right there on Division.
Oh, I love that place. So
right. She's like, "I want the oatmeal." I'm like, "Well, I want a sandwich." And
Medianoche?
Yes, I did.
Ah, yes.
Of course. and right before I walk in, Channel 44 is out there, doing B-roll stuff. Like, hey, what do you think about this game? And they interview me. I didn't get to see it. I'm probably going to go online to see if I can find it if they even used my stuff. But I was like,
awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, what do you think's going to win? I'm like, well, I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican, so either way I win.
That's what Angie said. She was like, how do I choose? I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican.
Right.
It's like, I don't. You don't.
You don't.
Just,
I said I want a good game. Either way, you're a winner.
Yeah, take the win. Take the win.
Take the win.
There you go.
Yeah. So, Well, I look for that clip. If I find it, I will post it on all the socials. Speaking in Spanish.
Do that because I would. Oh, really?
Oh, was it all in Spanish? There we go. Yeah. They even asked me about Chivas America, and I was like, Chivas was my dad's team, but I never really watched that.
Sure.
I'm just like, I'll cheer for my dad's team, but I really don't care.
Yeah, that's not your shit.
I watched Olympic soccer, and I watched the what's the other one? The Olympics and the World Cup. That's when I really get into soccer. I used to have season tickets for the Fire, and that they suck.
Yeah.
So I don't fucking follow soccer anymore. I don't watch the England and all that stuff like their tournaments, and I don't care.
When we lived in Florida, we went to like virtually every Orlando City game.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was
they're great to go to. They're fun. Yeah.
It's a fun time. Yeah, absolutely. And Orlando City wasn't, when we lived there, they weren't terrible. They could have definitely been way better. But I don't. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, we made a song. We said we never win, we always tie.
You.
Yeah. The Chicago Fire. Chicago Fire. We never win, we always tie. Yep. Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right, let's wrap this up with March Madness. Illinois. They lost 73-63 to Arkansas, who just beat Kansas. It's funny because Kansas is in Arkansas.
God. Oh my God.
That was for E-Rock, his dad joke of the week.
Oh my God.
Arkansas beat Kansas, the number 1 seed in the West bracket. Northwestern beat Boise 75-67, but then came up short against LSU, which we all knew that was going to happen because they were just a better team. 68-63. I mean, they hung in there. They were outmatched, all talented, and that's what it is. So I'm not really into it this year. I don't know what's going on. I'm not into it this year.
I've been into it before. This year, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't even know why, man. And also, I feel like you just killed so many of my brain cells with that Kansas. Oh my God. But yeah, it's just not as, I don't get it. It's just not as appealing this year.
Is it because there's so much going on?
Maybe. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's
the WBC is going on, the NBA is going on, the NHL is going on, the tournament's going on. Like,
there's a fuckload of stuff right now, and that's like my nephew and I were texting earlier, and it was just like, today's a great day for sports. There's a fuckload of shit happening right now, and it was just, I don't know. There's too much right now. There's a lot right now. I don't know, and that's I'm a like 2 sport at a time guy.
Yeah, well, I have 2 TVs in my living room. I can only watch 2 things. Well, I can put the iPad. That would be 3 things at a time. But I'm like, that's way too much to keep track of.
It is. It's a lot to bounce back.
And there was a UFC to fight this week, the big one, and a boxing match that I don't even know who the results are. But like you said, it's way too much to keep track of. Yeah. And
I used to be very into UFC and boxing, and I gave both of those up because it was just like too much. Like UFC
every week there's a fucking fight,
dude. Yeah.
How do you keep track of all the weight classes in every fight? No.
Do you remember? Were you into UFC in the 90s?
Yes.
When mixed martial arts meant people who did one style of martial arts versus
another one.
Yeah. Now it's I like the evolution. I'm not even talking shit about that, but I think that's just
there's also no weight classes either.
Exactly. I know, you just go up.
It was literally a bar fucking fight.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was awesome. Anyways, but yeah, it's so intense now. Both of those I feel like are so intense now. But anyway, yeah, there's just a lot going on right now. So it's kind of pick and choose, and March Madness has fallen to the wayside for me.
Oh, yeah. This year especially. I mean, we talked about it last week. I was like, yeah, we'll make some picks. I'm like, I don't really follow it. I really don't follow it like I used to. And the funny enough is I took Thursday and Friday off, and I should have been glued to the TV. I mean, I had it on. It was like no volume on, but I was watching. What the hell was I watching? I was watching. Well, we'll get into that in the next segment. But I was watching TV. So
there we go. There we go. But like again, everybody, if you're interested in this, go listen to the newest episode of Nowhere on the Weekend. We got our buddy Joseph on, who's from Kansas City. He went to Iowa State. And so we discuss a little bit of March Madness going on.
Oh, there. Beautiful. So
there we go.
There you go. Get your March Madness thread going. All right, so we'll be right back with Stirring the Pot. We'll be right back with Stirring the Pot after a word from our sponsors.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride, so do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15.
For 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
What up? It's Martin Moreno, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with E-Rock and Big Z. And for E-Rock, it's Sean from the No Water on the Weekend podcast.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, brother, it's that time again.
Oh,
You know what time it is.
oh boy.
It's time for Stirring the Pot. All right, bro. I you know me, I got to scour the internet every week for something funny and ridiculous. So this week, I found a drink. And we know we drink a little bit of everything.
This is true, we do.
We mix and match all the time, and we change it up. But a drink from your childhood has come back as an adult drink.
Okay. Is it Tang?
I love Tang.
I did love Tang. I always want to be an astronaut. Anyway.
Yeah, of course. It's very similar. It is Sunny D Seltzer.
Jesus. Really?
Yeah.
Do you know the ABV on this? That's my first question.
It's got to be 5. It's got to be 5.
Okay. So Sunny D Seltzer.
I gotta look for it. I gotta find it where it's at, where it's located. We can do a taste test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, nowhere on the weekend.
Of course. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
All right. So is it something you would try? Because it's Sunny D. Like, it's a sugary drink that you grew up with.
Yeah, I would absolutely try that. I'll try. Okay, so here's my philosophy in life.
You don't try everything. Yes.
I'll try anything 10 or 12 times. So yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I'll again, like I said, I'll try it. You know, Eddie talked about last week on the Stirring the Pot. He went to the ice cream museum and he talked about a hot dog flavored ice cream.
I would absolutely try that. Yeah.
I told him I would try it, and then when he described it, I was like, yeah, never mind.
Is that ice cream museum like downtown?
Yeah, I think it's at the Tribune building.
Yeah. Okay,
so it's there.
I've seen some shit about that, but I've never been. I would love to go though. Yeah,
I'd love to go too.
Hot dog flavored ice cream, isn't that a Limp Bizkit record? I don't know, but yeah, you wouldn't try it?
Well, after he described it, after he said it tastes like shit, I was like, oh god, well I don't want to try it now.
Do you think it's pink? Like if you just like stuck a hot dog?
I think it tastes like hot dog water.
Oh, that's the Limp Bizkit record. Hot dog. It's starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Yeah, that would be. I mean, I would try. I would. Okay, let's get back to the Sunny D. Yes, I would absolutely try that.
Yeah, I think the Sunny D is something we would try because it's nostalgic to our youth.
Yeah, exactly. For Steven's birthday, Steven, I don't know if you know this, Steven loves Mountain Dew, which is. It's wild to me. I hate Mountain Dew, but anyways,
he's impotent now because of all the yellow number 5.
Yellow number 5 killed his dick and balls. I was getting a bottle of tequila at the store to bring over to his place for his birthday.
Got it.
And then I turned the corner and there's like this massive stack of alcoholic Mountain Dews. So I grabbed a rack of. It was a 30-pack of alcoholic Mountain Dews, and it straight up tasted like Mountain Dew. Like there were like 4 different flavors.
Okay.
It was regular, Code Red, Baja Blast, and one of the other ones. But anyways, and then we smashed them all. And then it was like, damn, we should have saved this for the podcast and the taste test. All right, so have you seen these in a store yet?
No, I haven't seen them in a store. I went to the store the other day. I didn't see them, and I was going to go to Grand and Western because they say they have everything. So I'm going to go back after this podcast, and if it's there, I'm going to pick up a pack, and then we'll bring it next week for the podcast.
Hell yeah. Let's do that for sure. The other weird thing, this is not the same. This is along the same lines. But so I don't know if you heard this. White Claw, vodka. Is it White Claw? Yeah, vodka.
Yeah, it's vodka.
It's vodka soda drink or whatever. They are now selling their own vodka. And it's like 4 or 5 times distilled, and it's supposed to be very smooth and delicious is what they're saying. But I haven't seen it out yet. I've been looking for it. So I'm going to grab one. But, oh, man. Sunny D Seltzers and White Claw vodka, we're going to have a hell of a night next week. Oh, my goodness.
There's going to be a lot of slurring.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, my God.
All right, man. Before we get out of here, what you looking at that isn't sports?
That isn't sports.
Yeah, what are you watching, man?
Okay, yeah. So I started watching this new show. Actually, you know what? I don't know if it's new. It's new to me. I think it's called Julia. It's like Julia Day and the Six or something.
Yes, on Amazon. I keep seeing the thing. So they said it's more like Almost Famous.
Sure. Yeah.
It's shot documentary style.
Yes, a lot of it is. So it's wild because it's their band. They played their last show in like 1977, and
in Soldier Field.
Yes, exactly. Right off the bat, it was that, and I was like, oh shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And so you get these drama segments that are just shot like a drama. And then it cuts between that and an interview with all the band members that takes place in 1997. So the interview looks like VHS quality, whatever.
Gotcha.
And it's basically... like halfway through the first episode, I had to get on my phone and look it up because I was like, this seems like Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
And it is 100% inspired by Fleetwood Mac, but it's really good. It's the characters are very compelling. The band's music is good, all that good stuff. It is awesome. Aside from that, Mandalorian season 3, been watching that.
I was tired when I watched the first episode, so I fell asleep. But I do love The Mandalorian, so I will watch. I'm going to wait till it's all done and binge it, just the same thing I did with The Last of Us.
Sure, I get that. And then also Star Trek Picard season 3.
So good.
Are you caught up?
I'm caught up. It's so good.
God, that last episode was so good. They bring back a character that you don't expect them to bring back, and they kill that character. Oh, wait, that's a spoiler. So, but
it's okay. They don't know what character it is.
Yeah, no, but when they see the character they don't expect, then they're gonna be like, God damn it, Sean. If they remember on their name. But anyway, so
that's if you're a fan of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Exactly. So that's basically what I've been watching. Also, this is sports related because I didn't mention this, but Friday, Saturday, and today, which is Sunday, PBA Tournament of Champions was going on. You have to be a PBA title holder to even compete in the qualifying rounds. That was great. Didn't go how I wanted it to go, but that's fine. Anyways, that's basically I think all I've been watching. And X-Files. I've been rewatching X-Files.
Oh yeah, how far are you into that now?
I think I'm halfway through season 2 right now.
And you're watching that with Angie, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I think that's been Australian Survivor.
Australian Survivor.
This is season 8, and Australian Survivor has to be 20 times harder than the Survivor we have here in the United States. Like they were doing in the US, they stay for about 30 days, but the last couple of episodes they've been staying for 25 days, or last couple of seasons. Australian Survivor, they stay for 100 days.
Jesus.
And it's brutal. All of the competitions are like 10 times harder than what the Americans have to do, and those people are brutal. It's such a good show. It used to be on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
And then right before the new season came out, they pulled it. They pulled all of the survivors from every other country, which there are like 7 other ones. And that happened to be the best one. But they pulled them all. So
where are they at now?
Now I'm on a Reddit thread called Down Under TV, where they post links. That's how we get it. So
that is awesome.
So it's been good. What about yourself, man? What you been watching?
Picard.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Love to hear it.
Love Picard. It's so good. And it's it's his last hurrah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's 78 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then did you watch the Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum where he had Jonathan Frakes yet?
I have. I watched. We talked about this last time you and I were together. I have not finished watching it yet.
He's so well spoken and so good. And then I look for the credits. I'm like, okay, he directed this episode. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So he's a writer, he's a director, and he's just an awesome dude. And yeah, I think he was. We talked about it. He was a voice on Gargoyles. He did a lot of voiceover work too. So another guy that's he's in late 60s, early 70s. It's just doesn't look it.
Picard season 3 episode. Maybe wait, are we on episode 4 of that now? Do you remember?
I believe it is.
Not this last one that we just watched, but the one before that. Yeah, this real chilling line. Turns to Picard and he goes, "Remove yourself from my bridge.
Yes.
You just killed us all."
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God. All 3 seasons so far have just been like you watch Next Generation and you love Picard and you're like, oh my God, he's just this great person. The whole 3 seasons have been him having to reconcile how he fucked up so many other people's lives along the way. And it's just like, I just feel like that's very real. I feel like that's very real. Like, you're a hero that you got. You go behind the scenes. There's a bunch of people who
he fucked over.
Yeah.
Well, where he's talking to the cadets while he's eating.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what about your family? He's like, Starfleet's the only family I've ever wanted and ever had.
And you look across and you see this young dude's face. Oh, God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah. And also Captain Shaw in that.
He's from Chicago.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
I'm just some dipshit from Chicago. And I was like, oh my God, I was really drunk when I was watching that. And I videoed it on my phone and then sent it to a bunch of people. And they were like, who the fuck is writing this show? I was like, Lori Lightfoot. But, But no, like that shit, that when he said that too was amazing because he just laid into him. He was talking about the Borg, and he's like, I'm not talking about that fucked up shit on the whatever. He's like, I'm talking about the real Borg. I know. He just like laid into him.
Oh yeah.
Every chance he gets, and then in the new episode, they're going to the transporter room, and he's like whistling or something, humming, and Picard's like, do you mind? He's like, no. I'm just in a good mood, and it may or may not be related to you guys getting your asses handed to you. I was like, oh my god, dude.
He's like, none of this shit's gonna fall on my shoulders. It is all your fucking fault.
That character is fucking amazing. Like, if they made a show out of that dude, I would want. I mean, it's Star Trek. I'll watch anyways, but I would be excited to see that show.
Isn't there a new one like with a new Star Trek with like they're like, oh, we're gonna explore more. It's like a younger cast.
Strange New Worlds.
That might be it.
Yeah. There's one season out already. It's really good.
Is it? Okay.
It is really good. It's episodic, so it's just from episode to episode.
Oh, it's like Star Trek. Yeah. Star Trek.
It's great. But yeah. So I'm sorry.
I know you're good. We can talk Star Trek for hours.
Steven shits on me for liking Star Trek.
I love Star Trek.
Dude, it's so fun. It's so fun. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the other thing I watched was the Chris Rock special, Selective Outrage.
So I started watching that drunk as well. And this is not a good look for me saying that twice in a row, but so I actually fell asleep about half an hour into it. How did you feel about that? Because I saw it got some backlash.
Just because everybody's fucking sensitive. Comedy is comedy, subjective, right? It's how you feel in that moment. It's how you like that comedian. Yeah. For me, I thought he made a lot of good points. You know, Will Smith is a little bitch.
I want to see that segment where he talks about that shit.
Calls him a bitch the entire time. And he names off the people who called him a bitch.
I love that.
And but then I just realized, like, this is the reason I don't like Chris Rock comedy as much. Excuse me. Is he repeats himself over and over. His lines.
He says it 3 times in a row. That's his thing.
No, but yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can we just get to it? This is an hour and a half special that could have been 35 minutes. You know, you just keep repeating stuff. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you why. I'm like, just tell me, bro. Just tell me. And but either way, I thought it was a good comedy special. Obviously, because it was right around the Oscars. He did fuck up the joke at the end. Oh. And Netflix fixed it.
Oh, Netflix. Come on. Okay, that's fine. I get it, though. I get it. I fucking get it. But.
Yeah. But I thought it was good. I thought, like, pretty much the whole thing was based on him getting his ass whooped, and then he explains why he didn't do it at the end, so I don't want to spoil that.
Okay.
But it is a good comedy special. It was funny. He talked about his daughter being a little brat, being a little bitch at school, and she got caught doing something, and the school board is like, well, we're going to expel her, but, her and her friends, they're all rich kids. So all the parents have fucking shitload of money, so they all got lawyers, and they were all going to get him off. And, he went to the school, he was like, fuck that. Expel that bitch. Because she's a brat.
That's amazing. I wonder if that's because Chris Rock himself doesn't come from money like maybe the other kids' parents do.
Yes.
So that's refreshing.
And he taught her a lesson because she got the letter in the mail. It was like, hey, you've been expelled. And she's like, she was like, what the fuck? I got expelled. And he made her change schools. But I think she's studying to be a chef in France now.
Oh, goddamn. That's impressive as shit.
Yeah. So it really humbled her. So he taught her a good lesson. So, and sometimes you have to do that, especially like these celebrities, they baby the shit out of the kids. They give them whatever they want. And then they turn out to be pieces of shits.
Yeah. It's like the parents have this thing where it's like their kid, no matter what they're doing, is an extension of them, and then it's like an internalized thing rather than address whatever issues going on. And as soon as you said that, I had like a million things going through my head. It was like, what if this happened to Jose at school right now? like I don't know. I bet that shit does happen.
Dude, I get tempted to do stuff, and I don't because I don't want to be on Channel 9 News. Yeah,
there you go.
Last thing I did watch was The Count of Monte Cristo. It's
the old one?
The classic. I think it was came out in the early 2000s.
Okay. Oh, I was thinking Man in the Iron Mask with Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, okay. Count of Monte Cristo. It's obviously it's a book, and it's one of my favorite movies. It's just because they throw his ass in jail. He for telling the truth. He's illiterate. They accuse of bringing a letter from Napoleon, and it has like because he's in Elba. He's exiled at this point. You never seen it?
I don't know that I have. Now that you're saying this,
holy shit!
I had to read the book in high school.
Oh, the book is completely different. Yeah,
okay.
they dramatized it, but
Okay,
it's
sure.
really it's so good because they throw him in jail and he's like giving up hope, and then his cellmate digs underneath and digs the wrong way into his cell instead of out way.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so he spent 8 years digging the wrong way.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So it's a great. It's on Hulu. It's just for free. It's
Who's in it? Do you remember off the top of your head who's in it?
Not gonna look it up
Because I feel like I can picture the actual movie poster itself in my head.
It's black and it's got like a red line.
It's got some red. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
2002.
Okay.
You got Jim Caviezel, Guy Pearce,
Huh.
Henry Cavill's in it. No shit. I gotta watch it again. Luis Guzman is in it.
Oh man, he's great in everything he's in.
There's not really big stars in it, but it's such a good movie. It's a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, so definitely worth to watch.
Let me ask you this real quick to take a sidetrack here. Did you watch the Wednesday show?
Not yet.
Because Luis Guzman is in it and he plays
Adam.
Yeah. It's
is he good in it?
He's great. The whole fucking thing is great.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
16-year-old me is just like, oh, entrapment.
Oh yeah, that
entrapment trailer, the whole thing. But that trailer, seeing that
Sean
every day,
Connery.
oh yeah. But you should watch that. The whole thing's good. I'll have to go check this out. It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
I don't know that I've ever seen it. I
own it, and I didn't because I threw out all my DVD cases, and I just have them in like the little like the book,
binder.
the binder, yeah. I did that a lot with my CD cases too, and E-Rock yelled at me because I threw all the CD cases out. I'm like, dude, you should. I'm like, get it, but I'm like, it's just clutter at this point. Like everything's streamed unless it's not. They take it off, then I'll watch it on DVD. But yeah, definitely worth the watch. It's one of my that and The Prestige are.
Oh, Prestige is good.
Yeah,
that shit's good. Hold on, that's with Christian Bale.
Yes.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan, right after the Batman movie.
Okay, because there's. What's the other one? There was one that came out at the same time.
The Illusionist.
With
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
That was okay.
It was okay. Okay. Because I thought for a second I knew, and then I was like, oh, maybe I don't know.
No, I watched them both.
Yeah, Prestige is fucking good, dude.
Yes.
That's a wild movie.
The end?
Yes,
Holy
exactly.
shit.
That's like an old school M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end of the movie. That was, that's
you did not see that coming. And
no.
For me, I always figured out like these horror movies. I'm like, I'm like, I got this. It's easy. Oh, okay.
What the fuck? I'm going to watch this again immediately.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's right in front of your face the entire time. He teases you every single scene.
Yeah.
And you do not pick it up.
Dude, Christopher Nolan makes great movies, too. I think I watch Tenet once a month or once every 2 months.
I still haven't seen it. Where is that? It's probably on HBO.
Yeah, it is on it. Right. It's either HBO or Hulu at this point, but it is on one of those two.
So I can watch it.
You got to watch it.
It's good.
That's good. That's good. That's his best movie in my opinion.
Wow.
Yes, that's the best Christopher Nolan movie. And I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's Denzel Washington's son in the lead.
Yes.
And he's fucking phenomenal. It's good. And then also Pattinson, the dude who's the new Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
He's fucking phenomenal in that shit too. It's so good.
He got so typecast with the whole Twilight thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
And there's that other movie he did with Willem Dafoe I still haven't seen.
Oh, The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse, yeah.
That is a wild ride of a movie. That's just dark and it's fucked up and
it's gritty,
but it's enjoyable too.
Okay.
It's a weird movie, but it's good. Yeah.
Okay. Anything Willem Dafoe does is gonna be weird, but I love it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Antichrist with Willem Dafoe?
No.
Oh man, it's just like I think there's two actors in it. It's him and his wife, not his real wife, but they have a kid die, and then right at the beginning of the movie during the credits, so their kid dies, and then they just go on this wilderness retreat, and it becomes the most fucked up, wild, bizarre shit you've ever seen. Best part of the movie is he's in the wilderness, and it's this fox is in the wilderness, and the fox turns around and goes, chaos. And it's like, what the fuck was that? There's a bunch of fucked up. You got to watch that one too. Shit. Anyways, I could go on. And on
we can talk movies all day.
Darren Aronofsky film, who also did The Wrestler, if you've ever seen it.
I love The Wrestler.
God, that's such a good movie. Okay. I'm going to derail your whole fucking show.
No,
I get asked on, and then I just fuck it all up.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. A big thank you to our sponsor, 606 Media. True Chicago sports fans, and Grit Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to gritclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 at the checkout for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Get your shirts now. Speaking of the No Water on the Weekend, it is a new show on the 606 Media platform. That's right. And we actually have one of the hosts right here covering. You wrote this, right? A pop culture forward podcast that dabbles in funny trivia, television, music, and Chicago-centric news and happenings. New episodes every Monday. You wrote that.
That's right. Yeah, I tend to write ad copy for my actual job. So there we go.
Sounds like some.
Is that a good in your mind?
It's great.
Okay.
It's easy to say.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so listen to the No Water on the Weekend podcast. It's fucking funny. Not just because I've been on it, but it's it's a really funny show. Give them some love. Give them a rating. Give our show a rating. Shit, that's the way we shoot up on the chart board. Give us a rating.
Absolutely.
Leave some comments on there. Hopefully they're nice.
Yeah. I just let me put in with this. We had our boy Joseph on. Stephen and I know this guy Joseph just from actually. Stephen and I met at a bar.
Yeah.
Met Joseph at a bar, the same bar. And then we just became really good friends with this dude. He's a great guy. We had him on an episode over a year ago. And then there was a tragedy with the files. And so it never got released. He came back on the other day. And we ended up talking for over 3 hours. So it's going to get split up into multiple episodes. But this comes out on Tuesday, right?
This comes out on Tuesday.
Okay, so ours came out on Monday, so go listen to the first part of that. And there's either going to be 2 or 3 parts. I'm not 100% certain on that, but go check it out. Joseph
3 hours, probably 3 parts.
Yeah, exactly. Joseph is a great dude. Go listen to that. He's hilarious and he's insightful. And again, Jose, Big Z, thanks for having me on the show.
Oh man, it's always I love chopping it up with you, man.
E-Rock, I could never take your place. But I can fill your shoes and more.
Oh,
just kidding. I'm no fucking E-Rock. He's gonna be like, "Oh, bitch, what'd you say about the Bears?" And anyways, I can never do that. I'm just a different entity here on the side. I love being on True Chicago Sports Fan. Thanks for having me. It's been a blast.
Man, it's always been a blast. All right, the Shine Native Radio Podcast is now available on all major platforms. Mike Logic, Ideal, and Throw MC. Talk about sports, movies, and all types of ill shit. Go and check them out. Mike Logic also has a new album out. Go and check him out. Great music performing all over the city area. I think he was in like Palatine or Bolingbrook or something this weekend. He's been in Boston. He went to Toronto. He's been performing a little bit. So give Mike Logic a love. MICLOGIK. Mike Logic. That's right. Shout out to Ronesh, Panic, Serious Beats, and custom made for the beats we play on today's show. Check out paniconthebeat.com for your moment merch and gear. Check us out on social media. You can find us at True Shy Fans on Twitter and on TikTok. Find us on Facebook, IG, and Spotify. And you can reach out to us on our email. We want to hear from you for your Story and Pod recommendations, your show recommendations. Reach us at True Chicago Sports Fans. Did I say that right? No. True Chicago Sports Fans at gmail.com. There it is. All right, y'all. For Sean from the No Water Weekend podcast, this is Big Z, and we'll see you next time for episode 136. And until then,
watch your mouth, cabron.
I'm stuttering.
On Tinder.
On Tinder. No. I am no longer on Tinder. I've been on Tinder in forever. No, thank you. No, thank you. Until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
Bye.
A few moments later.
You have a lot of incest.
That's real.
Shut your mouth.
Lover boy.
Nature versus nurture, Lodge. Nature always wins.
I think he's on steroids.
Hasta luego, amigos. That's all. I shouldn't have had those artichoke poppers.